In this demo, we are going to create a Force.com site to build a public recruiting portal based on the objects and data we have in our recruiting app. With Sites, we can list open positions on our corporate website and allow candidates to apply for jobs. For example, we want to expose the list of open positions like you see here and some of the details about each open position, such as you see on this position detail record. Sites are administered under the Setup menu in a new area called Sites. Click New to create a new site. Label the site Recruiting Portal and provide a meaningful description for it. We may have many sites for our org. To distinguish one site from another, designate a unique path in the site's default web address field. We will give the recruiting portal the path name Jobs. The active site homepage is the landing page for our site. This is a Visualforce page. The homepage for our site is an existing Visualforce page that starts with the name Public. We can see that we have 4 Visualforce pages already in our org that start with the name Public. We will use each of these pages to build out our site. For now, select the Public Jobs Visualforce page as the one to use for the landing page. Make the site active by checking the Active checkbox and save. Every Visualforce page that we want to make a part of our site must be listed in the Site Visualforce Pages list. Note how Public Jobs is now a part of this list. It's here because we added it as our site's homepage. Security settings for our site are administered under Public Access Settings. This is essentially a profile for a guest user. And like any profile, this is where we can set object permissions like the ones you see here for custom objects. We need to set permissions for the custom objects we will use. We want to show a list of open positions, so we must grant read access for positions. We want applicants to be able to apply for positions through our site. That means we need to grant create permissions for candidates and job applications. At this point, our site is ready to view. We'll go back to the Sites link and click on the site URL link. Note how we can see a list of open positions here. We can filter this list by location using search. Let's go back into our custom recruiting app and look for open positions. The same list of open positions that you see here is now exposed on our public recruiting portal. Now, let's build in the ability for an applicant to apply for a position through the site. We go back to the site we were building. Now, we will add in the other 3 Visualforce pages to our site. The Public Job Details page will show a detail view of a position that a user selects. Public Job Application is the form an applicant will fill out. And Public Job Application Confirmation is the page an applicant will see after he has successfully submitted an application. Now that these pages have been exposed to our site, let's go visit the site again. Click the site URL and navigate to the homepage. Search for positions in San Francisco. Filter these down to positions in the engineering department. Now let's apply for the documentation writer position. Here you see details about the position. This is the Public Job Details Visual Force page we added earlier. Click the Apply button. And we are brought to an application form. This is the Public Job Application Visual Force page we added. Go ahead and fill out the form. We can even add a resume to the application. Browse to our local machine and locate a suitable file. It can be a Word doc or a PDF, like the one we have here. Finally, submit the application by clicking the Save button. This takes us to the confirmation page we added previously. Now, let's go back to the recruiting app. Drill down to the documentation writer position we just applied to. This position now has a new job application record. And this is linked to a new candidate record. Note the information we added on the public application form is captured here in the candidate record in our org. We even have the resume included as an attachment on the candidate record. With Force.com sites, we were able to build an integration that let us post the open positions we had stored in our recruiting app directly on our corporate website. We took a list of open positions from our app and made them accessible to the public. Then, we closed the loop by capturing user input from the site back in our recruiting app. Pretty neat, huh? For more information on Salesforce.com training and certification, please visit www.salesforce.com/training.